Welcome to this new and special edition of the Queer God Squad. We are the coolest pastors you will ever meet.
Faith and religion can be complicated for the LGBTQ plus community. Surveys show that evangelical faith is a justification for the greatest attacks on the LGBTQ plus community.
So, the Queer God Squad is going to explore our religious community, explore the big news of the day and what it means to you. And we are going to explore if we can find some places that help heal the pain and hurt religion can be responsible for. We know you're going to find some hope, peace, and fun in our conversation.
It's 3 p.m. and the Queer God Squad is broadcasting daily.
This is live, and then we are available on demand.
We are available on all smart televisions, including Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, Amazon Fire TV, YouTube, and Facebook. In the entire world, nothing like this has ever existed for the LGBTQ plus community before.
I am Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral.
I am Reverend Dr. Robert Griffin, the executive minister here at the Sunshine Cathedral.
I am the Reverend Kevin Tisdall, the minister of education at Sunshine Cathedral.
Radical GOP and evangelicals have launched a culture war on our LGBTQ plus community. They want to push you back in the closet. We're not going.
At Sunshine Cathedral, we are here to tell you that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Our commitment in partnering with Happening Out Television Network and Queer News Tonight is to give the LGBTQ plus faith community this voice for hope, for change, that you are not alone.
Happening Out Television Network is a 501c3 nonprofit media platform in the television and radio model of PBS and NPR, but designed for our LGBTQ plus community. The Queer God Squad is part of one of the largest LGBTQ plus media companies in America, Hotspot Magazine and Happening Out Television Network.
Our mission is to support the 10 pillars of the LGBTQ plus community, including the Black community, Latino, lesbian and queer women, trans, students and youth, seniors, HIV/AIDS healthcare, social justice, business, and our 10th pillar is faith. Help us support our LGBTQ plus community. This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. Survey shows most Americans oppose to using religion to discriminate. According to a survey conducted by the Williams Institute at the UCLA School of Law, the majority of Americans do not believe that religion should be used as a reason to discriminate against LGBTQ plus individuals. Among respondents, women were more likely to be opposed to the use of religion as a reason for discrimination, but still, over 2/3 of men were also opposed to it. People of color were also more likely to be opposed to discrimination based on religion compared to white respondents. More than 80% of Black respondents were against using religion to discriminate against LGBTQ plus people, while 68% of white respondents rejected the use of religion to deny business services, and 71% opposed using religion to perpetuate employment discrimination against LGBTQ plus people. In each racial group, other than the white participants, more than 80% of people were opposed to religious-based discrimination. A majority of Democrats did not believe that religious-based discrimination should be permitted, with the 3 domains being medical care, business services, and employment. Religiously affiliated participants of the survey also opposed the use of religion in discrimination in all 3 domains. Around 2/3 of Catholics and Protestants were opposed. However, those who attended more religious events and services regularly were more likely to be unopposed to religious-based discrimination. You know, the Apostle Paul, that old girl.
Your favorite.
That old girl. But, you know, even a broken clock is right twice a day. The Apostle Paul said, faith comes by hearing. The thing you hear over and over and over, it's going to get in. It's going to become part of you. So it doesn't surprise me that these people who go to these more conservative services more often are more discriminatory, that they're less compassionate, that they're less justice seeking, that they're less tolerant, that they're less inclusive. That just makes sense to me. And I'm also glad because I think that if you are a sincere person, whether you're working your 12 steps or you're in A Course in Miracles or you're meditating in an ashram or whatever your thing is, or you're going to Mass, whatever your discipline is, if you're really seeking a divine source, if you're really seeking connection to the interconnected web of life that includes us all, if you're really seeking enlightenment and growth, then that's going to lead to peace. That's going to lead to joy. That's going to lead to love. That's going to lead to kindness. That's going to lead to compassion. And so I'm not surprised. In fact, I'm quite thrilled to see that so many people of faith are really on the right side of things. That shows that their spiritual disciplines are leading them in a good direction, which is what we want. That's the point. But it also shows you that that indoctrination is a thing. And so if you're going to things every night, every weekend, and they're pounding you with doctrines and dogma and prejudices and creeds and verses, that also is effective, but in a very negative way. And so it does show you, we'd say, oh, these parties are all the same. No, they're not. This party's for this and this party's for that. Same thing with religion. Yes, religion has done terrible things. It's been weaponized in terrible ways, but not all religions are equal. There are religious communities that really are seeking to be the light of love in the world, and those that are trying to diminish that light. And I think this survey shows you who's who.
Well, I think the more we use religion to discriminate and hold other people back, the further we come from being the true humanity that we all are meant to live in this world. And I think as long as religion is used to discriminate, discrimination is discrimination regardless of how you look at it. And I think that we have a lot more of that going on today than we ever had before in our lives.
The other thing is, if you watch the news, progressive, conservative, whatever, you would, I think, believe that most of these statistics are wrong, because the only thing that you ever hear about is how the evangelical community is opposed to something, how a world leader is opposed to something. And then when you look at the numbers, it's quite different. It's actually the opposite of what we hear on the news very often. So my message is, do your own research. Pick up a book. Go to Google and Google something and see what comes up. You'll find that CNN, MSNBC, Fox, those news broadcasts have a message that they want to sell, and they want to sell ad space. They know that people are going to listen to their news a little more if they hear something ugly.
But also don't overlook some of the demographics. Yes, philosophies and ideologies and religion, and well, that's all good. But it was very much divided by race and gender. And so in the narrative, white, straight men still were the problem. They still were the problem. And so, and of course they dominate the evangelical traditions, but so we can't overlook that the power dynamics are not just about belief. I mean, these are racial, these are ethnic, these are class, these are gender, these are heteronormative, but all of those have concentrated themselves in certain religious groups.
And I'll just, my final thought on this is, I will say that the overseers, it's the way I kind of see this, the overseers would like to maintain that command and control.
Yes.
Believe as I believe, do as I say do, and because if you don't believe what I do, then you're lost. We don't have anything to do with you. So that's what I think about that.
We are excited to tell you we are going on a cruise in the Eastern Mediterranean this fall that will include the world's major religious sites for Christians, Jews, and Muslims as we visit Athens. I love Athens. And Egypt, first time going. And Israel, I love Israel. And Ephesus, first time going. I'm excited, can you tell? And on our 3 continents cruise. And you can find out more and reserve your space at happeningout.travel/sunshine.
Join Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins and Reverend Dr. Robert Griffin as they host more than 50 people on the Sunshine Cathedral 13-day cruise tour to 3 continents. From just $13.99, you'll visit Athens and cruise to Egypt and the Giza Plateau to see the Great Pyramid, Sphinx, and brand new Egyptian National Museum with King Tut exhibit. Then to Israel for Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. Don't miss the most important Christian UNESCO site in the world, located in Turkey, and the 3,000-year-old city of Ephesus. You also cruise the Med for Rhodes in the Greek Isles and Cyprus. A farewell at the Acropolis makes this a never-before combination of historic sites, a must-do cruise. It's all turnkey inclusive, and a bar is available, all transfers, escorts, hotels, and more. Go to happeningout.travel/sunshine for complete details.
Would you like to join the Queer God Squad on a special winter cruise in 2024? Well, now you can. You will visit Cozumel, Mexico, Grand Cayman, and Ocho Rios. And you can even add an open bar and Wi-Fi. Join us by going to happeningout.travel/sunshine.
Join the Queer God Squad and Sunshine Cathedral for a wonderful Caribbean cruise on the brand new Ultra Deluxe MSC Seascape. The 8-day cruise starts at just $399 plus government taxes. Sail February 10th, 2024 from Miami to Ocean Cay MSC Marine Reserve, the world's best private island. You'll also visit Cozumel, Mexico, Grand Cayman, and Ocho Rios. Join us on an 8-day Caribbean cruise. This winter cruise will be the perfect getaway and an opportunity to support Sunshine Cathedral as a beneficiary. The trip is affordable for all, as you can make a reservation on this cruise for just $1, just a buck, to confirm your reservation, and then there's a $99 interest-free monthly payment plan, so it's easy on your pockets. What's more, there's also a free open bar and Wi-Fi program when you pay for just 1 day, $25 transfers to and from the Miami Pier, and an exclusive onboard entertainment program for Sunshine Cathedral guests. This cruise will be a perfect winter getaway for you. Join us by going to happeningout.travel/sunshine.
That's today with the Queer God Squad. We want to thank you for joining us. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and talk about what our LGBTQ+ community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's largest progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. And we are all in this together. Remember that.
You are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.
Bye.